Today we look at two series, Lovedol, Lovely Idol, and Lemon Angel Project. Both came out in 2006. In December 2005, one of the most popular and largest idol groups began, AKB48. By early 2006, they already had a top 10 song on the Oricon charts. They were produced by Yasushi Akimoto, also known for producing Oyanko Club in the 1980s. By this point, we've seen the music industry represented in idol anime. But what is different with today's shows is that they are bigger and has generations of an idol group, like AKB48. But in these shows, and a pretty show of Lovedol, shows the control of the growth of idols. The logic of the Jimusho system. Jimusho means office and refers to the production management company. Like Inca artists before them, idols rarely write their own music. The Jimusho create performers of these genres from scratch and control every aspect of the performer's public image and career. The book Idols and Celebrity in Japanese Media Culture goes into this. The Jimusho can take a nobody and make them something through the coordination of content, market planning, total control of the media about the idol, and shaping everything from personality to visual appearance. Idols are products of their Jimusho, and the Jimusho work to create idols who have the greatest economic potential. You may have heard of some examples of controlling too much, such as the Love Band and AKB. In the anime world, things were changing more towards otaku in 2005 and going into 2006. A good summation of this was written in an article on CNN Go about the first decade of anime in the 21st century. Just as foreign audiences are warming up to the idea that animated fare isn't just for kids, Japan's anime industry throws them a curveball. The success of the novel and television series Densha Otako, an alleged true story about an otaku who gets up the nerve to ask out a normal woman he encounters on the train during his daily commute, legitimizes and empowers the local otaku community. This in turn leads to more and more animated series aimed squarely at their demographic. Because said demographic consists of almost entirely eternally single, socially awkward men, their tastes tend towards wish fulfillment fantasy plots starring beautiful young lolitas who are willing to hang out with eternally single, socially awkward men. This fetishization of girls' naivete and innocence is known as moe. It will dictate the industry's path for the remainder of the decade. Critics, however, believe that the development will potentially hamper Japan's ability to export anime, as the moe concept comes across as utterly creepy to most foreign audiences.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Moe! Moe! This girl's a prime example of moe. It's a rule that in stories with strange things going on, you need to have one moe character. Someone with glasses or in a maid costume or anything fetishy. It's essential.
For those of us back then who were anime fans 8 or 9 years ago, I remember the sudden surge after the anime boom of the moe shows and the major backlash against it. Exaggerated cries of, "Anime is dying! Moe took my anime!" Because why tell a story when you could just put a bunch of girls with a lack of tits in a room and have them talk about bullshit? The term and concept existed for a while prior in the otaku lexicon, and the Sai Moe tournament has already been running for 4 years prior to this. The world was prepping itself. For worse, not better, just worse. And Moe isn't dead. It changed. It's less alienating and uncomfortable as it was before, but it still exists in anime today, just differently. Mostly because the different focus that went more towards characterization rather than just dere tropes. You know, yandere, tsundere, kudere, that shit. But Lovedol. 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 This show sucks! Go watch something else. Anything else. Skip ahead if you want to hear about Lemon Angel Project if you want. Look, it's a time code. Or how about watching Perfect Blue episode again? That was a good one. We'll go watch that movie. How about 5 minutes of this cat? No? Fine, I'll talk about it. Lovedol, Lovely Idol is a 12-episode series from 2006. It started as a light novel by Koki Kano, written between April 2001 and February 2004. The light novel was illustrated by Ao Nishimada, who's known for doing character designs for Shuffle and working for a naval and aerogay company. It was serialized in Interbrain's Magical Cute magazine. In 2005, the game was released by the defunct eroge visual novel company Princess Soft. It was for the PS2. There was also a radio show and drama CDs released between 2003 and 2007, and another light novel, Lovedol, New Lyrics, written by Agabaria and illustrated by Ao Nishimata. That was published between April 2006 to March 2007. This is how we see media mix stuff today. If this was a more recent thing, I bet there would be like a smartphone game. The show is about the third generation of Lovedolls, a popular idol group. It was the day of their debut when they were delayed by the president of the company.
1期や2期の子たちを立派に送り出せたからって芸能界すべてを分かったように言わないの。答えが分かるまで3期生のデビューはさせません。いいですね。
Just be clear. Don't just say they don't have it. Explain what it is. I bet it will end up not having all 6 major turn-ons for visual novels. The girls are upset. Turns out what they were missing was
果てしのない空を手に入れるその日までたった一つの夢どこまでも追いかけて行こう
actual talent. The manager creeps her, stalks her. Yep, this apparently only works in idol anime.
聞いてほしいからじゃないの？
私が歌うのは復讐のため
God, a tsundere! Singing for revenge? Whatever. Tell me when you got a dead father and become a terrorist. And of course, they end up joining. Everyone wants the manager. A purple-haired tsundere is thrusted into this when they need to kill time before a show in episode 3. How does she know the words? All girls except for Mizuki the tsundere are childish and even get scolded. It's like they're teen girls with 8-year-old minds. And they talk about nothing else but idol stuff. When they're not talking about that, they're talking about the manager. They're almost all the same in just their mind, and the only variation is how they sound. Even Love Live had more conversations outside of just idol stuff. Idolmaster is better than this. And Idolmaster also has different types of girls and different types of looks rather than just a palette swap of their eye and hair color. And slowly a purple-haired tsundere assimilates. We can tell her apart less and less. Everyone wants to f the manager. Does that dramatic revenge subplot come back? Yes. And it's the most disappointing, detail-less resolution. This, the thing that's supposed to inspire her to singing and is an actually tragic, realistic thing, was handled so poorly. The show handles everything poorly, like the music. The music is not great, not catchy. I need to turn down the volume because the singing is so bad. And these performances, no. Everyone wants to f the manager. This reeks of harem. It falls flat on everything, including the music and performances, which is half the fun of idol anime. You know what I hate? Vague critique. All the other characters just give these girls vague critique. Stop giving vague critique! Then there's an OVA, but it's pretty much episode 13. It's really a where are they now thing. Now the idols are working various jobs, like seiyuu, stage plays, TV, or game shows. The OVA is actually better than most episodes of the series, but it has fan service, complete with bath scenes. The concert in this episode is even better than the ending in the show. For one, they dance. They actually move. They move so well they actually run out of movements and then they have to use still frames. Lovedol Lovely Idol is only available through fan subs. It was never licensed in the US for the good of the nation. To sum up, Lovedol Lovely Idol is how many girls wants to screw the manager and mommy issues. And lastly but not least, everyone wants to f the manager. Speaking of sex, did you know there's actually idol hentai out there? And it has to do with the history of the next show. Remember in episode 4 when I mentioned Lemon Angel? Lemon Angel are Shima Erika, Sakurai Tomo, and Emoto Miki, and they were in 47 5-minute episodes. Some of which you can find on YouTube, but it isn't an idol anime in content. In fact, it's pretty Skinamax. Fan servicey. Ecchi. That was a part of something bigger in the history of hentai. The longest running hentai series, the anthology Cream Lemon, started in 1984. There are 38 parts to the original Cream Lemon, with sub-series that encompass many genres. There's a 2001 2-part OVA called Shinseki Cream Lemon, and there's a remake of the OVA series in 2006. It started during the birth of the VHS in Japan, and the first Cream Lemon was the 9th anime video ever released. Lemon Angel was a late-night series of anime shorts that was less porny than the rest of the Cream Lemon franchise. Surprisingly, and thankfully, Lemon Angel Project is not a porn, no lolis, not moe, and pretty good and won't get you arrested for watching it in public. Lemon Angel Project is a 13-episode series from 2006. Just a regular anime despite its hentai origins. It does add a nod to the original by having the names of the original Lemon Angels, Erika, Miki, and Tomo, be names of some of the main characters in the show. That and the name Lemon Angel are the only two similarities. Set in the far-off year of 2017. Throughout the show, you're going to see gadgets that are current, still up and coming, or so out of date. That phone. Lols. The technology in this is very much ingrained in the plot, as you can see here. Our main character, Tomo Minaguchi, with the unfortunate mid-2000s hair, had a senpai she was close to that was a programmer and made music. That senpai sadly died recently. She is clumsy, she's annoying, but thanks to the always helpful stalking, second only to kidnapping to get your idols. She gets involved in Lemon Angel and is convinced to audition. She also finds out the secret behind Lemon Angel. Truly outrageous. The world isn't ready to know about the biggest pop group they love. Isn't real. People aren't so accepting of things like this in this universe. I don't mean Vocaloid, which you know aren't real, but there's cases like Amy Iguchi, the fake AKB member made out of the aspects of popular different AKB members. In their defense, it looks pretty convincing. Tomo, the main character, is awkward.
その曲が聞こえて、屋上に行ったのはどうでもいいんですけど、ゆい先輩の曲は全部好きで、なんていうの。つまり、私、ゆい先輩の後輩で、あなたって、ちょっとうるさいね。え？私あなたのような子は嫌いなんだ。
She meets the other characters through the audition. Each one that ends up being a part of Lemon Angel gets an episode about them. Those episodes are great and it follows their character development throughout the series. Saya gets an episode that also reveals the dirty side of show business when shady agencies and managers are involved. It's something not dealt with openly in idol anime until now. A later series, Million Doll, has a great example of this. With Erica Campbell in episode 4, it deals with another topic I don't see in anime that often: racism. Discrimination on Erica, a half-Brazilian, half-Japanese girl. She never felt she belonged to any world and had a harder time in Japan in comparison to her male idol brother. They're referred to as hafu in Japan. It's becoming more common to see half-Japanese characters in idol shows. Examples being Ellie Ayase in Love Live and Anastasia in Cinderella Girls. But I think the difference is clear here. She has a darker skin color and isn't seen by some as a beauty. Sadly, in entertainment, this is a real-life problem. Fuyumi is just a shy, quiet underdog that gets pushed around and made to bully by a bully. The bully loses, by the way. Then there's Goth Girl.
Darkness! No parents! Continue darkness! More darkness, get it?
Goth Girl doesn't give a f*** on the outside. She does on the inside, and she looks like she's also Hell Girl. Or she's a Kemi Hamura cosplayer. After those episodes, we get more of the training and the characters learning to work together. You get some hilarious moments with this. There's another side to this show. The dramatic story behind Lemon Angel and the death of Yui. The antagonist is a producer, Himuro, a very manipulative, controlling producer who only cares for the perfect sound, and might be an example of the tight control of the Jimmu show. It's a story that's also seen in Cinderella Girls. In fact, if you love the second half of Cinderella Girls, you would like this series. There's a lot of conflict similarities in the idols versus the system. And another conflict is probably Vocaloids versus real idols. One of the wishes of the late Yui was for her songs to be sung by humans rather than machines. Himuro, who she used to work with, would rather have full control, which you can't fully control humans. It's pretty messed up. Miki is tied into this because she was a part of the first Lemon Angel and has a grudge and goal against Himuro. And unlike the revenge in Lovedol, it's actually pretty well planned and she knows what she's doing. Something Lovedol doesn't have at all. You know what else it doesn't have? Major character development. This is so far so much better than Lovedol. This is how you get me to like and feel for something for your characters. You see them struggle, have different goals and personalities you can tell apart, more variation in character design. While I'm still not a big fan of that hair. God damn it. Who did your hair? I'm not in it to the worst anime hair of that decade. But I really got to know the characters, so much that it affects you.
じゃあミルちゃんの夢は？
私はファンになりたい。嘘でしょ。ファンがプログラム。
Oh no! Miru-chan, no! Oh dear, I gotta protect her pure feel. Wait. No. No, it can't be. Am I feeling... The ending left me flat. It's not a bad ending, it's just a meh ending. I understand that the real solution was to accept and move on from Yui's death, and forgiveness and friendship and blah blah blah, but it just wasn't that exciting. This ending needed a few things. Let's add some explosions, okay, and let's add in some mecha. Yeah, that's looking good. Alright, let's change the name to this. Yeah, perfect. Without spoiling major things, I'll just say I wanted more resolution for certain elements of the show. I think if Lemon Angel Project was released 4 years later in 2010, it'd make more of an impact. In 2010, Moe was changing or dying depending on your interpretation, so I think the masses would be more ready for this. Plus, Love Life was just getting started and AKB ruled in popularity. Also, the idol boom in anime was a couple years away, so it could have been the forerunner. This would seem so much more futuristic if we didn't already have the technology to make a, well, Lemon Angel this way. Look at Vocaloid. Augmented reality. Dude, we live in the future. Technology is a huge part of later idol shows like Aikatsu and Prepara. It's far enough to say that we're in a technological age of idol shows, and this is an early example. It's the first idol anime to have high tech be a factor in idoldom. Lemon Angel is an idol show with a small amount of sci-fi and suspense to keep you going, with a load of cool girl characters and almost no fan service, and a lot of humor. Summation: do not watch Lovedol. Watch Lemon Angel. Not that, this. Not that, this. Not that, this. Not that, this. Next time I become legally insane for watching 100 plus episodes of Kirarin Revolution.